Okay, nothing to report at all really on the turn end. Some big British ships moving around, but apart from that, nothing at all. +1 happiness and ability. Music is one of the civilised accomplishments of any age. That's by a choir master. And building constructed, yep, and that's the road that we wanted up there in St. Petersburg, which is Ingria, of course. Have we got any of these ships ready yet? The trouble is I'm a bit out of step now with where I expected to be. Naval equipment, yes, I'm just one turn away, aren't I now, from that one? But I am 3 from that. I think I was 2 turns away last go up here, wasn't I? So I don't think I'm ready yet for those ships either. Why am I looking in there? That's the French one. Here we go. Yeah, just 1 turn away from getting these, aren't I? Now these others, these frigates, now they're going to take 6 turns, but on the other side it takes 2, and they've got to get round to here as well. So I wonder if maybe it's worth picking up a couple of frigates as well, because they're quicker, aren't they, to build. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll find out what money I've got available at the end of this, and then we'll look for it. I'm going to see if I can trade some technology as well with the other nations. The interchangeable parts will be a nice one to pick up, and of course the steam locomotive. But anything else would be good. So I'm going to give stuff away to Prussia and Britain and see what we can get. Let's have a look at Prussia first. They're very friendly. Let's see if I can swap some technology with them, I should say, before they die completely, or before we haven't got anything else that we can offer them at all. Steamship propulsion I'm not too worried about. These others I'm not too worried about. Semaphore lines. I'd like interchangeable parts. Quite happy to give you, what should we go for? Limited liability company maybe? Not too sure. I think, well, I'll offer them anything I can and see what they'll give me. I'll give them anything for it, I don't really care. I don't expect Prussia to survive much longer, to be quite honest. A glorious day. Your decision will bring great joy and prosperity to our peoples. That's absolutely excellent. That's brilliant. Oh, why didn't I do that before? So there's a lesson for everybody. Technology. Now, I like... I can offer you anything you like, I don't really care, but field ambulances would be nice to have. I'll give you dialectics, will that be good? Glorious day. That's excellent, okay. So dialectics allows him to get a better university and everything as well, doesn't it, in Britain. So I've helped Britain a little bit as well along the way. I wonder if I can get standardised artillery off anybody. Who had that? Did Prussia have it? Let's have a look. Technology. No, don't think we have we, really at all? No. Has Britain got it? Let's have a quick look at Britain. There's absolutely no point in looking at Austria, by the way. They've got nothing. They're just totally useless. They haven't got standardised artillery either. I might look at that for another time, or maybe I should recruit it myself. Just get it myself for now. Where are we? Right, now Sophia obviously is recruiting nothing now because we've got the interchangeable parts. That's a boon, by the way. A boon, as in, a very, very good thing. Boon to the economy and improvement. -3% upkeep cost for all army units, -3 for all navy units, and +1% wealth generated by all buildings. So that's a really, really big one to pick up, that one. So from Sophia, I'm going to go now for standardised artillery. That's this one here. Reason why I want this is that -15% for all artillery enables targeted artillery fire, which is good, but it brings me on to here, which gives me the possibility of an engineering school, which is improvement for the type of artillery that I can be raising in the future. Okay, so Staff College is still a little bit away, a little distance away, but we're just going to have to suffer that one, I'm afraid, for now. Vilnius, there should be a factory. Now, I thought I got the factory last time, to be quite honest, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I couldn't afford it. I've written it down on my list that I need to get the factory there from Vilnius. Now, is there another factory in Vilnius? That's the steam-powered factory, isn't it? I wonder if there's another one in Vilnius. Let's just have a look at the building browser on there, see if they've got more than one. I'll be very surprised if they have, but What have we got here? Regional Capital Factory. That must be the one that I just looked at, I would have thought. Yeah, it is. That's funny that. I've got on my list there to get a factory in Vilnius, but I've actually got it sooner than I expected to get it. Now, in Minsk, or just northwest of Minsk, there is another factory somewhere. Not going to be this, is it? Oh, that's Riga. What's this here? Ah, there we go, steam-powered factory. Do you know, I've written northwest on here, and that is quite definitely northeast. Crikey, it's a good job I'm not sailing a ship at the moment, isn't it? We wouldn't know where we were, would we, at all? We'd be all over the place. Okay, that seems to be it for now. Plenty of money in the bank now accruing, doesn't it? Okay, might be of interest to just find out how much we are accruing per turn now. 16,000. 16,000 we're getting. Good grief, it was 9,000 recently, wasn't it? So that's a real incredible increase, isn't it? Let's just go a quick look at trade on there. Yeah. Okay, nothing's affecting the trade route, so that's really, really good, isn't it? So I did want to get up to 20-something thousand before I started to, before I started to fight the Russians, but actually, come to think of it, not the Russians, sorry, fight as the Russians against the French. Let's have a look here. We've got one on the way, haven't we? We haven't got the... Yeah, once this is built, I'll be able to get two, won't I? But no matter. Let's go on to late June 1808. Really has screwed me up, this. It's quite different from how I expected this game to go up until this point. I certainly didn't expect to have that amount of money at all. I really didn't. Turn end. Again, sorry, a bit quiet there. There's nothing to report at all on that turn end, not that I can think of. The French are just moving around in numbers. We're in late June 1808. For those who can't read the screen, or the screen isn't clear enough for them to be able to read that. And I must admit, by late June, I did expect the French to be doing something. I expected them to be attacking me somewhere. I really did. Anyway, we've got our 80-gun ships aligned. We've got the 38-gun frigate as well in the Black Sea. Construction report. Things are looking good there. Rum Puncheon Rebellion. Armed insurrection has taken place in New South Wales, Australia. And the New South Wales Corps have deposed the governor, one William Bligh. Bligh is well known as a harsh and uncompromising disciplinarian who always carries out his duty to the letter, and this is the second time a mutiny has taken place in response to aspects of his command. Ah, it must be Bligh, the famous mutiny. Right, okay, and following typical draconian moves to prevent circumvention of the laws surrounding the manufacture and distribution of alcohol to the Corps, Bligh found himself arrested at home by the Corps, led by Captain Johnson. Once the acting governor, Joseph Farrow, arrived, he sent Johnson and his associates for court-martial. I'm going to stop reading that because the sun has just decided to blast its way through the window and it's fogging out the screen, so it's making it difficult for me to read that one. It says in the final paragraph there, for this part of the rebellion, Johnson was eventually cashiered, a lenient penalty under the circumstances. Anyway, it reflected the bloodless nature of events. Bligh was criticised for his handling of the affair, yet promoted to Rear Admiral. Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? It's interesting to note that since the affair occurred, the British authorities have given the governorship of the colonies exclusively to army officers instead of those from the Royal Navy. Oh dear me. Right, okay. Far too draconian in the Royal Navy. So we're in late June 1808, and I'm hoping now to start building fortresses. So let's have one in Courland. This is us now starting to take measures against the possible French attack, and just below here, also on the border, should be Vilnius. Yes, it is. And in here, I'm going to have another fortress as well. Now, other than that, I'm thinking about maybe. Let's just have quick look at the tech again. See what we've got over there. Yeah, we're okay. We're still moving on. Yeah, that's slower than I thought it was going to be, wasn't it? The Army Staff College, but anyhow.